Everybody, welcome to the Moonrun Studio. Today is a very special event. "64 people already waiting. It's a 5-kilometer run in the park. Regular run, but for some reason, loads and loads of people today, which means it's going to be a very exciting run. Okay, 19 seconds to go. 15. I'm warming up. Did my stretches. As soon as we get going, I'm going to let go of these arm straps and see how this run develops. Okay. Off we go. Wow, look at the locomotion. Time I let go of the handles, they clacker behind me, so I just wrap them onto something. Now we do have some background music over here for my personal motivation. It's coming away from the microphone. So hopefully the noise reduction system will take care of the background music. In any case, we'll check it out later. Okay, now let's see. Got a welcome over here from Paul. Welcome to Run in the Park, thank you. I am with a white-gray shirt and a blue hat, if you can see me. I'm wearing my HR reader today. It's not a race. You can see on the right-hand list, we're not numbered according to position, okay? Okay, we are. Sorry. Okay, yeah, so this is the thing with Zwift. For some reason, they start the race. Thank you. They start the race after you start running. Okay, now I'm not a professional runner, but I don't see the logic in that. Because then you get to the starting line, not in an equal situation. So I could sprint the first 200 meters and then start the race way before everyone. And I could practice for this. Anyway, so it is a race. Okay, so you can see I'm positioned 18th now. Anyone been out today or just this? Well, look at the scenery. It's really tempting to stay in for your run. Okay, so if you live next door to wherever we are now, the weather was perfect. You got no knee problems or whatever, then of course, that's a thing to do. Go outside. But if you can't, maybe it's too hot, too cold, maybe it's unsafe outside, wild animals. You do sport, you want to be totally free. You want to be focusing on yourself, on what your goals are, what are you trying to achieve in this activity, how much fun it'll give you, how much satisfaction if you succeed. The challenge that if you don't succeed, then you'll be disappointed in yourself on the one hand, but on the other hand, the most important thing is to be out there and exercise. That's the most important thing. Actually, I should rephrase and should say the most important thing is to exercise every day. If you can do it outside, perfect. If you can't, there are options inside. You can get a lot of the fun of the outside without the problems of the outside. Without barriers of the outside. Okay, for example, we're positioned now number 15th in an event with 67 runners. So 67 real people are in this event. That's an experience to be part of such an event. It's every runner's dream. You know, to be an event with another 60 runners and 5 kilometer run. That's what we practice. And this today we can achieve without leaving home. Thanks to Zwift. Thank you, Zwift. Okay, Zwift application is free for runners. Don't tell anyone, but all that you see over here, all this beauty and encouragement and excitement is totally free. All you need is a treadmill with a Bluetooth with a way to transfer your speed from the treadmill to the application, because treadmill by itself is not that clever, except for the very, very expensive ones. Okay? But for most people, you need a footpod or a device that you would connect to your treadmill. That will transmit your speed to the application. Okay, let's increase pace a bit, okay? So I'm increasing, let's increase to about 12. We already run 1 kilometer, warmed up nicely. Okay, 125 now. You see my first kilometer, I did 451, average heart rate of 96. And now my heart rate is at 125. Means that was a nice effective warm-up. Now I can increase speed, increase pace to around 14 kilometers an hour. There you go. So yes, we're in Japan again. Application, I'm not. Application is nighttime. Whereas over here, midday or early afternoon. Japanese go this. Run on Zwift and see the world. Okay, there's some runners ahead. Okay, we can see their speed. Okay, so they're running. Okay, so the one closer to me is running. Okay, let's increase speed. Okay, closer to 15. Chapter. So that the three monitors over here, okay? Three huge monitors, like smart TVs. The middle one, I can see the OBS settings, and which is actually transmitting me to YouTube. On the left screen, I can see the YouTube transmission. So I can see now well, so there's like a lag of 12 seconds behind us. So if you see us now, excuse me, if you see us now in YouTube, you've seen us live, that means that we are 12 seconds ahead of you. So actually it's 12 seconds delay. Wish I could bring that closer, but reduce the delay. But there's an issue between the quality of your broadcast and their ability to broadcast without delay. Okay, so obviously the heavier, the more information you transmit with your transition, takes more time to decode it or do whatever they do to make it in video somewhere else. It's magic, if you ask me. I wouldn't know how to do it, but they do it. About 12. Over here, I can also see statistics. I can see it. You can't. On how many viewers? Chat. So, someone wants to chat right now, I will see it popping up on my left screen. On the right screen, I've got the Zwift game application, okay? So if I want to do something in the game, for example, if I want to change the camera angle via the game, I can, but then it has to be on the top of the screen. So that's why it's always on the top of the screen. Thank you. But I'm actually focusing on the OBS screen, which gives you not only the game, but also this thing at the top, and myself. Whatever I hope that my talking adds to the understanding of the pleasure that the Zwift application can give someone who wants to regularly exercise from home, and also the advantages of the moon run compared to a treadmill. That I believe doesn't take anything away from the running experience of the treadmill. Okay, both cases, you're running on the spot. Okay, so both of them are real running. The treadmill, you're not trying to push the ground backwards like in real life. Real life. Okay, but you can see that the body propels itself forward by pushing the earth backwards and downwards, which gives us a lift. Okay, so we're pushing ourselves forward and upwards in an angle. If we step, that's how we move forward in space. That's the same principle the movement is based upon, but you still put yourself forward and upwards. It's just that the comfortable bar, the elastic resistance, don't allow you to move forward while you're in the air. Okay, so you push the ground as if you're running. The only difference is that you don't go forward because this is like holding you, but you still push yourself forward. So when you're in application, you don't think about, this isn't real, it's an application, I'm not really in Japan, I'm not really moving forward. Okay, but no, we kind of persuade our brain to think, yes, we are in Japan, we are moving forward. This is a real race. To a point where you forget that you're indoors. The magic word of any virtual reality game is immersion. So on the one hand, we know exactly that I'm not in Japan, yes? But I allow my brain drift in a way because it's harmless and it's good for me. It's very good for me. So yeah, position now 12. 24 seconds ahead of us is P. Lilanis. He's running 4:21. Let's go for it, okay? Still got another 1.8 kilometers to go. Okay, so if I run sub 4, which I can, if I have a reason, this is a good reason, for 11th place. First of all, we have to catch up with Mr. Linares from Spain, who is 21 seconds ahead of us. So we should be able to see him as a speck in the distance if the route is straight. In any case, I'm just above 4. Be interesting to see. Okay, now he's running 4:21, 4:20. Once he notices that I'm chasing him, if he doesn't increase speed, he's going to lose the 12th position to me. It's the beauty of Zwift. You create your own motivation. There he is. Okay, now once you can see him, life is easier. You have much more motivation. After going up, running 15, just around 4. Okay, you can see first 2 kilometers are run steady. Thank you, Lloyd. Keep up the good work, all okay. 240. Okay, you can see there it is. Okay, reachable. The orange shirt. Still running 4:20. If he doesn't start running faster, I just have to keep up this pace. Okay, 14 seconds away now, so I am closing the gap. 13 seconds away. Eventually you'll notice me, but what will he do? What will I do? I'm starting to feel the effects of this run a bit earlier than usual. My heart rate is going up high, so I'm not going to push myself too hard. It's worth it. But you keep this pace around 4, he's still running for around 4:20. Okay, he's increased now. Okay, he noticed me. 4:11, 4:10. Okay, chase is on. You go up to 150. I don't want to get anywhere close to 160. So my heart rate takes me there. I'm going to slow down. In the meantime, 100 meters to go. So 2 runs ahead. Actually, 4. You can see on the map around the corner. Okay, so there's a whole cluster of them. I'm approaching them from behind, running faster than all of them. Okay, reverse increase to 4:04. Okay, he doesn't want to lose his position. And you can see that the others are running slower ahead of him. So soon he's going to overtake Scotty, Robertson. See that both? There you go, he just overtook. Okay, so now the target is Robertson. Easier target. Unless he also increases. He just lost 10th position. Keep it going. Thank you. Andy, friend of mine, I think. Okay. 600 meters to go. Thank you, Mayor. What's the mission? It's 11. They're there. Available, all 3 of them. I would take over all 3 of them. Keep position. Okay. What will Sir Robertson do? He's not changing this. Okay. I haven't finished. 400 meters to go. See what happens. And see. Corner. 11th place. Let's go for at least 2. I want to see someone quick locally, so close to the end. They'll give me fight. Who's also with me? Okay, it's not a question of winning. It's a question of enjoying the run. I don't like races so much. So just let them win. That's what I care about. Oops. Slow down a bit. Okay, so very interesting run. Really excited. We could have sprinted until the end. Maybe be there, maybe not, but it doesn't matter. Because the moon run is not a trend. So the speeds aren't exactly the same. So it's not a fair race. Just like it's not a fair race between treadmill and an electric treadmill and a self-propelled treadmill, okay? So they might look similar from the outside, but it's a different kind of effort. So if you're the world champion on the treadmill, doesn't mean you'll be the world champion on the elliptic treadmill. And it doesn't mean that you'll be the world champion on the moon run. You will be the world champion with the treadmills. And chances are that if you're really the best runner, indoor runner in the world, then if you practiced on the elliptical treadmill, you'd probably be the best runner on that. And if you practice on the moon run, you'd probably be the best runner on the moon run. So having said all that, I'm doing my little recovery run now. You can see my speed splits, okay? So you can see the progression. Okay, also the speed, but also the heart rate, which is a very healthy sign. Okay, so I wasn't focusing on the speed all the time. I tried, but at the end of the day, I went with my body, okay? So I only decided to run at 14 when my body allowed it to happen. It wasn't a predetermined plan. And I think if you just let your body run at its natural speed throughout the run, then if you're healthy, you'll get this nice progression. Okay, 350 calories. Put into the Zwift calculations. Average pace, 452. As they say, average, very average for me. Best kilometer, 355, which is nice. You know, that means that it's like interval training, okay? Because the average pace is 453. And out of the 5 kilometers, one of them was sub 4. Means I gave it a nice push. And that, of course, was the last kilometer. You can see over here my effort, okay? So the strip the bottom. So you can see how I was kind of, okay, that's not the beginning of the run. It's like middle of the run. So I was run steady, more or less steady speed. Then I increased last few hundred meters. Then I gave a nice sprint over there. And then used the speed gradually to the blue. Okay, and you can see the red line, which is my heart rate. So you can see in the beginning, okay, so gradually increased. It peaked at the end of the run. And then you can see my recovery rate. So yeah, it's nice that the heart rate line is underneath your speed peak. Okay, so the top of the graph. Okay, so it happened to me only after the race ended. Okay, so in the beginning of the recovery time, my heart rate was very fast for the low speed, but that's logical. And you can see the graph going down. So the steeper the graph goes down to below the line, the blue line, means you get a better recovery. Okay? So yeah. So all in all, very nice run. I'm going to continue a few more minutes until I reach the 30-minute point. I'm nicely recovered now. So I'm feeling good again. So take the arm straps already my heart rate in the 120s. Ba-ba-bam. You see? So, okay, so it's also a matter of fitness. How quickly your heart rate goes up as you start the exercise. Okay, so you have advantages. The faster you can get yourself to a high heart rate, will give you an advantage. Means you need a shorter warm-up period. So good. Nothing against long warm-up periods, and maybe that is the key to have a healthy functioning heart. Okay, so you can see I've increased the speed a bit to green. Heart rate just in the green zone. Also, you can notice this color changes, okay, according to the heart zones. So yes, you want this color to be the same color that you're running. Okay, so if I run, see this turns to yellow. Just notice that now. Very clever Zwift. See now, I'm in yellow in both. Okay, so between green and yellow in both. Just notice that. Okay, I'm going to run for another 15 seconds. Okay. Thank you, everybody. It was another lovely workout, lovely event, not very dramatic, but the goal was achieved. 30 minutes of healthy, injury-free exercise every day. See you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.